I've been living in New York City for almost 4 years now, and in that 4 years, I've learned so much about the history and culture of the city. I've tried a ton of new things, and even started making YouTube videos to share the things that I've learned with others. However, there is so much to learn and do here that sometimes things can slip through the cracks. For me, that thing seems to have been food. Don't get me wrong, I've tried a ton of new, to me, foods since moving here and even found some new favorites, but still, there are just some really iconic things that for one reason or another, I haven't tried yet. And today, I'm gonna fix that. Starting with the chopped cheese. This classic New York City staple is made on a grill with ground beef with melted cheese and onions mixed in and served with lettuce, tomatoes, and condiments on a hero or a roll. You can get these at literally any deli, bodega, or corner store. I went to this one on the Upper West Side at 69th and Amsterdam. My sandwich was about $12 and I was in and out of there super fast.
Okay, so I'm on my lunch break at work. I'm on the Upper West Side right now. I got my chopped cheese from a corner store at 69th and Amsterdam. And normally when I've seen these, they've been round, and this is not round. The guy did ask me if I wanted it on a roll or a hero, and I panicked and said hero, and then realized that I should have said roll, because then that's probably like the more standard one, and it would be round. But this is what we've got. I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. People keep walking by, and no matter how long I do this, I will never not be uncomfortable. Tightly packed, oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. They cut it in half for me. They asked if I wanted everything on it, and I said sure, and now I'm realizing there's tomato on this, and I don't love tomato, so I might rip that off. Let me do that, and we'll give it a try. So the chopped cheese frequently gets compared to a Philly cheesesteak, and I can see why. It's a similar idea, right? I feel like it's kind of a cross between a Philly and a hamburger. So what makes the chopped cheese special is that everything is, do you see this wind? Everything is all blended together. So the meat, the cheese, the onions are all mixed up together rather than being stacked like on a hamburger. Let's give it a try if I can get my hair out of my mouth. You guys, I get it. I get the hype. This is incredible. It's got peppers, it's got lettuce, onion, it's American cheese mixed in there. This is gonna be a new favorite, I think. This is really, really good.
Next up is lox. I've heard I've really been missing out on this one. It's a common misconception that lox is just smoked salmon, and I thought this myself until very recently, but lox is actually never cooked, but is instead cured in a salty brine mixture for several weeks. Lox and cream cheese on a bagel is a classic New York sandwich that I definitely should have tried by now. I got my bagel at Flatbush Bagel in Prospect Lefferts Gardens at the corner of Flatbush Avenue and Maple Street. It was clean, spacious by New York City standards, and the people working there were super friendly. They had seating, but we opted to walk over to Prospect Park to try it instead. Okay, so I have here a lox bagel. I have genuinely never had one of these before. I went to Flatbush Bagels in Prospect Lefferts Gardens, or Flatbush. The reason that I opted to go somewhere like that rather than going to Russ and Daughters is because I've just always been underwhelmed by those spots that everyone says you have to go to. I feel like this is gonna be just as good. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments if you really think I need to go to Russ and Daughters, and maybe I will, but I feel like this is gonna be delicious. That's really good. I like this a lot. It's really salty. I personally I love a bagel and cream cheese, and adding the lox just makes it so much more special. I will say, and I want to ask you guys, because this is my first time trying this, is it supposed to be $16? Because it was, in fact, $16. And Ross says he thinks that the cut of salmon is just expensive always. Like, let me know if that's normal. Ross is going to try too, because he's also never had this. He's not a big fan of cream cheese.
Pretty good.
Next, I made my way over to Ray's candy store to try my very first egg cream. And not only was this my first egg cream, it was also my first time at Ray's. Ray Alvarez moved from Iran to New York City in 1964 and worked as a dishwasher for 10 years before paying $30,000 for his candy store in 1974, and business has been booming ever since. It's located at Avenue A and East 7th Street in the East Village, and you should absolutely stop by if you get a chance. It has a ton of charm and very low prices for the area.
Only in New York City can you not film because there's already someone else filming in the location that you're trying to film in. Anyway, I have in my hand my very first egg cream, and I feel like this was kind of serendipitous. I need to give John Barr a little bit of credit right now. I already had this video planned. I knew I was going to get an egg cream, and then he posted this video somewhere up here a couple weeks ago where he went to Ray's candy store in the East Village and got an egg cream, and I was like, well, clearly that's where I have to go. Ray just seemed lovely. I didn't get to meet him this time, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to come back, but yeah, it just seemed to be what I was supposed to do. So here we are. I've got this egg cream. The reason that I have never had one of these is that, to be honest, it doesn't sound very appealing to me. So an egg cream doesn't have eggs or cream in it. It is milk, some sort of flavored syrup, and seltzer water. And the idea of milk and seltzer water just doesn't really sit right with me. But everyone says that these are fantastic, so I'm gonna have to try it. I got the most classic one they have, the black and white. It's chocolate syrup, milk, and seltzer. So let's see. I'm nervous. Why is that good? It's good. It's honestly really, really good. It tastes like sparkly chocolate milk, which sounds foul, but it's not. That's really good. It was $4.50, I believe, $4 and something cents. This is the medium at Ray's. I'm incredibly pleasantly surprised by this one.
A few inches later.
Are you filming? Yes. Oh, so I just wanted to come back on and talk about this a little bit more, because now that we're walking and I'm continuing to drink it on the way to our next filming location, I've formed more thoughts. I still like it a lot. However, it's very rich, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to drink the whole thing. Ross does not like it, and I intended on us sharing this. So that's a problem. It reminds me a little bit of like a soda float, you know, like ice cream with orange soda over it is my favorite way to do that. Like, I bet if you got orange syrup, this would taste exactly like that, but without ice cream in it. And it's kind of making me want ice cream. But again, it is really good. It's just a very interesting flavor.
Finally, we are heading over to Joe's Pizza, which is probably the one that I most can't believe I've never tried, because I do love some pizza. I went to what is considered the original location at 7 Carmine Street, although the original location was located 3 doors down from there. Joe's opened here in Greenwich Village in 1975 and has since expanded and opened several other locations around the city, and is still owned and operated by Joe Pazzuoli, who is now 75 years old.
So I'm at Joe's Pizza, and obviously I have had pizza before, but Joe's is a favorite of a lot of people in New York City, and I've never been here. And the reason for that is because the Joe's location that I see the most often is in the West Village, which is also where Bleecker Street Pizza is, which is my favorite pizza place, and I've just never felt the need to stray. So I will say, I wasn't super happy with the experience of going in there and buying the pizza. It's just so crowded, and it's hyper fast paced in there. So I don't know, let's see. It's good. The sauce in particular is very good. It's a very tangy, punchy tomato taste. you know, guys, like, it's good. This, like I said, the sauce in particular, great. But I don't know that there's anything special about it, really. The slice was $4, which seems fair. It is a good quality slice. You know, it's much better than like a dollar slice, but I do think there are better pizza spots in the city.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to be honest with you guys. We just left Joe's and came to Bleecker Street Pizza because we didn't realize that Joe's didn't have any seating or a restroom for that matter, and we were kind of needing one, and we just wanted to sit down and have dinner, but we realized when we were at Joe's that we wanted pizza for dinner, so now we're at Bleecker Street. And you guys, this pizza is just so much better. It's just so crispy and perfect. I will say the sauce isn't as tangy and punchy as the sauce at Joe's, so if you really like that kind of sauce, you might prefer Joe's, but this is it for me.
All right, so if I had to rank them, number one would absolutely be the chopped cheese. That thing was life-changing. Followed by the lox, then the egg cream, and then Joe's Pizza. Again, not because it's bad, there's just better pizza out there. There just is. Let me know your favorite iconic New York City dish in the comments, and if I haven't had it before, maybe I'll try it in a future video. If you are into foodie content like this, click right here and watch me try some vegan restaurants in New York City. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.